We're going to begin with a little word association. Other than the obvious up front here, what do you think of when you hear the word offering?
Money.
Money. Freedom? Is that what you said? Freedom, okay. Other words from the outside the fire? Giving. Freedom and giving. So it depends on your context as to what comes to mind, right?
Sharing.
Sharing, that's a good one.
Sharing.
Sorry?
Not forgiving.
Forgiving. I almost said offering forgiveness. Good ones. I'll do some more thoughts on those. Thank you all. In first century Judaism, at the temple, there wasn't an offering that was taken up during the service. Instead, it was in the courtyard outside the temple, where there were a series of collection boxes, and each box was for a particular purpose, such as to buy wine or oil for the sacrifices, or to contribute to the regular operating expenses of the temple. And you can make your offering anytime you pass by the temple, not just one day a week. In our gospel reading this morning, Jesus and the disciples have not only made it to Jerusalem, they're in this courtyard area outside the temple. Jesus is teaching like he does, and then he goes and sits in a spot where he can watch people put money into those collection boxes, into the temple treasury. Some people put in large amounts, and then comes a widow who puts in just 2 small coins that are worth just probably less than a penny in today's monetary value. And Jesus comments to the disciple that that poor widow put in more than all the rest. They contributed out of their abundance, but she out of her poverty put in everything she had, all she had to live on. There's a difference between giving your leftovers and giving sacrificially. There's a difference between giving as the opportunity arises and plans giving. Some give out of their abundance, which means they weren't really going to notice anything whenever they balanced their checkbook. It didn't really cost them anything to make that gift. The widow gave a small offering, financially speaking, but a huge offering in terms of her personal finances. All she had to live on, she gave her life. And then what comes just before this example of giving? She's just teaching there in the courtyard before he sits down to observe, and he issues a series of warnings against teachers of the Judaic law. That's what now they walk around in long robes, which is because it's all you can do in long robes. You can't work in them, you can't hurry in them, they're long robes. They're clothes for people of leisure, not practical everyday clothes. The legal experts like to be greeted with respect in the marketplaces, which doesn't sound like a big problem originally. We all like to be greeted with respect. So they're not just after a title of Mr. and Mrs., they're more after a deferential and honorable title, good morning, O most holy and exceptional teacher, or something like that. These teachers were one of the most important seats in the synagogue, which then were in the front row, in full view of the congregation, so that everyone knew they were there. See how religious and righteous I am. I'm up here in front, hanging on the minister's every word. We seem to have more or less overcome that problem in churches these days. The fourth criticism is that Jesus says talks about how they want places of honor at banquets. And Jesus has talked about this before over in the Gospel of Luke, with the instructions that when someone invites you to a banquet, don't take the place of honor. The person more distinguished than you may be invited. And if so, then the host who invited both of you will have to ask you to move and give that person your seat. And then you'll be humiliated and have to move to the least important place. But when you're invited to a banquet, take the lowest place, that when your host comes, he will say to you, friend, move up to a better place. And then you'll be honored in the presence of the other guests. For all who exalt themselves will be humbled, and all who humble themselves will be exalted. In case you hadn't noticed, those legal experts are all about some self-promotion and exalting themselves. And then Jesus uses that curious phrase about how they devour widows' houses. Law experts were supposed to teach for free and earn a living with the trade using their hands. But somehow these legal experts had managed to talk people into supporting them and having them believe that there was no higher duty and privilege than to support them in comfort. It reminds me of the criticism leveled against the new cathedral in Managua, Nicaragua. There was a major earthquake in Managua in 1972 that leveled 90% of the city. And among their ruins is the old cathedral, which was deemed unrestorable. And Nicaragua is the second poorest country in our hemisphere. The new cathedral cost around $4.5 million. I met, in my time, in the year I served in Nicaragua, I met many Nicaraguans, both Catholic and non-Catholic, who thought that money could have been better spent. Finally, these teachers of the law make notoriously long prayers so that everyone can hear how tight they are with God. These legal experts make it all about themselves. They draw attention to themselves. They want the special privileges and honors. It's all about what they can get, not about what they can give. In contrast, then, Jesus comments to the disciples about this poor widow who gives all she can to the temple. There's two things interesting here that I want to note. First is that she gave to a flawed institution, a flawed and doomed institution. Only 2 verses later, Jesus is going to say, do you see all these great temple buildings? Not one stone here will be left on another. Every one will be thrown down, foreshadowing the destruction of the temple in the year 70. The widow didn't stop and evaluate whether she was giving to a worthy cause, whether her contribution would be used wisely, or whether it would be used to build a multi-million-dollar facility in the midst of poverty. The temple was not worthy of her gift. She gave her whole life to something condemned and corrupt. This is the last scene in Mark's Gospel of Jesus being in public ministry as he's on his way to Jerusalem for Holy Week. Jesus is on his way to give his whole life for something corrupt and condemned, for all of humanity, for the world, for us. Isn't that a good thing? Jesus gives his whole life for something not worthy of the gift. He gave his life for a broken and fallen world, one lately filled with gun violence and acts of hatred and numerous natural disasters. In Romans 5, Paul wrote, "You see, at just the right time when we were still powerless, Christ died for the ungodly. Very rarely will anyone die for a righteous person, though for a good person someone might possibly dare to die. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us." We didn't deserve the gift that Christ's blood laid down for us. The temple didn't deserve the gift of the widow's gift of her life. The call of Christ to the church is to give the whole of its life for the sake of those who don't deserve such a gift. Because the worthiness of the recipient isn't the point. It's the offering that counts. The second international mission trip I went on was in college, and we went to Mexico over spring break. After a couple of days there, I started having some doubts about, why we were there, was this worth it? My first international trip had been to Honduras, to an area much poorer than where we were in Mexico. And I remember talking with a classmate on the trip who had done a previous trip to the Dominican Republic, which is also a much poorer country than Mexico. We agreed that what we saw in Mexico was not as destitute as what we'd each experienced on our first mission trips. However, as we talked through it, we realized it was still worth it, because this community still needed help too. We were waiting to determine who needed the most help. We helped where we were needed, where we were called, whether as bad as other places or not. Because the worthiness of the recipient wasn't the point. Serving Jesus was the point. And so the second aspect of the widow's gift I want to comment on was the costliness of it. The widow, like Jesus, laid down her life, gave all she had. We tend to get uncomfortable talking about laying down our lives or questioning whether we could really do that. Yet it's not any different than those who've served in our armed forces or members of our law enforcement. They're prepared to lay down their lives, to make the ultimate sacrifice. This is giving your all, like Jesus. It's giving that's costly. We read the beginning of Ruth this morning. Ruth, who gave up her home, her family, her people, her country, to go with her mother-in-law to her mother-in-law's home country. It was costly for Ruth to make that decision. That where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my God, and your people will be my people, and your God, my God. Ruth gave her life to stay with Naomi. At least a few of us here this week have been in more than one funeral this past week. In addition to officiating here from Ms. Mary's, I also went to the one held for our organist's father. Many people spoke about the impact he had on their faith. It was really beautiful to hear how many people talked about how influential he was in their faith and coming to church and coming to know Jesus. And in the eulogy, the family said that he was very generous with his love, time, and finances, not offering to the Lord that which cost him nothing. Did you catch that? It's phrased a little weird there. He didn't offer to the Lord that which cost him nothing. In other words, his offering were personally costly. He didn't give out his abundance off the top, leftovers. It means he gave generously, sacrificially, and gave gifts that cost him. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done that on a regular basis? When finances get tight, do you cut back your offering to the church? Or do you not go out to eat as much? Or forgo buying a new coat until next year? Do you really want to help, or do you just want to make a good impression? By the way, I don't pay attention when the plates get passed around. I'm usually up here listening to the music. Do you really believe your gift can make a difference? I know it's not exciting to give to church operating expenses, and to never guarantee that your gift will be used well in the church is not worthy of your gift. We're a flawed institution, and we have people. By the same token, I hate wondering whether everyone who comes asking for help is really telling the truth about why they need help. We become very cynical in this day and age. But whether they're telling me the truth about why they need our help or not, it doesn't mean that they don't need help. Everyone has a story, whether they're telling me all of it or not. And their worthiness of receiving help isn't the point. They need help, and Jesus tells us to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and welcome the stranger. Your gift does make a difference. And I encourage you not to give out of your abundance, not to give a gift you won't notice missing, but to give that which costs you something. Give sacrificially, to give your life. Don't be like the legal experts who are about what they can get and receive and attention on them. We're not part of the church for what we can get out of it, but for what we can put into it. We're not here for ourselves. We're here for the next generation. We're here for those who don't yet know Jesus and his love. We're one of the few groups that don't exist for themselves. We exist for others. We exist so that others can meet Jesus. The mission of the church is to reach the world. That's why we give to the church. Because imperfect though it is, it's still God's chosen instrument to reach the world. The world he so dearly loves. Imperfect world, and yet so are we all. God sent his son anyway. God gave his best anyway. The thinking this week, all saints, I always remember my grandma. Y'all have heard that. One of my grandma's sayings was, Jesus does his best for us, so we can do our best for Jesus. Let us give our best and do our best.